So again, guys, my name is Kevin Esperanza. I am a Golden Door Award. I am one of the fastest growing industry, which is solar. I am a shy immigrant from El Salvador. I came to this country with my mother and a dream. At 6 years old, I have achieved unbelievable goals, and I am grateful for the opportunity that have been given to me through the years. I give back in the solar community by developing multi-million dollar companies, representatives. I live to empower young entrepreneurs to achieve financial freedom. Um, and this is again, guys, my morning routine. How does it look like? How did it look to get there? And one thing I forgot to mention is who is this guy next to me, right? Because I couldn't do this alone. Like I told you guys, I had to have someone there to help me achieve that 62 deals a month. And this is one of my setters. If you guys don't know him, follow him. His name is Daniel Horovas. It's a really good friend. I've known him before solar. I got him into solar. He has, I think, now four Golden Door Awards and so many awards now. Again, guys, this is an unbelievable guy, and this is someone that I mentor. I taught everything that he knows now. I think year to date, right now, he has close to 60 installs as we speak right now. So again, guys, this is a phenomenal leader, phenomenal rep, and that's the reason why I have him there because he literally applied everything that I taught him, and now he's just doing great things. And this is what my morning looks like, right? For setting the stage. Good morning, Luminate. Today, I want to share quick, powerful pointers on how to manage your day better so you can consistently hit 60 plus deals a month. Success isn't the game, isn't random. It's the results of discipline, structure, and unshakable commitment to your goals. The first thing is going to be discipline, right? We all get comfortable. We all get lazy. We all go through the ups and downs. We all get comfortable when it's too cold, when it's raining, when it's hot, right? But it's following that strict schedule, right? Holding each other accountable. Have a teammate, have someone that's not going to be scared of calling you out. Have someone that's going to hold you accountable throughout this journey. And the next thing is going to be structure. You have to be organized. Um, Right. In order for you to run a business, and this is something that I am certainly grateful with Eric, is that we have systems. In order for you to become successful in this industry, you have to create your own systems, right? How to run a business, how to operate. That's the reason why a lot of businesses fail because they don't have the correct systems for them to take them to the next level, right? And the commitment, you have to commit to your words, to everything that you say you're going to do, please commit. At the end of the day, you're not lying to anybody else but yourself, right? And just stay focused, stay laser focused. Don't let no distractions, don't let calls, problems, etc., whatever's going around the world, affect your day to day. Okay, and your schedule is a non-negotiable, guys. Your schedule is going to be again a non-negotiable. Trust me, I have a lot of things going on. Eric and I have a lot of things going on, but something that I don't really get distracted is from non-negotiable. So if my mom calls me, "Hey Kevin, I need you to do something." "Hey mom, I'm extremely busy right now. I can't do it, but I'll get it." Is it important? Right? Can you send me a text message? So those are the type of things that I say non-negotiable because I don't want this to interrupt my day-to-day activities to help me get to that goal. Right? The first and most important thing you need to do is follow a strict schedule, 7 days a week. And I mean non-negotiable. This isn't a try your best type of thing. You either execute or you don't. Sell all distractions aside and laser focus on what truly matters. Your personal growth, your business, you have to take full accountability for your actions every single day, right? And I go back to follow that strict schedule, stay laser focused, um, and full accountability. Again, guys, I think that we all talk about whoever is your leader now. I'm sure he talks about, hey, hold yourself accountable, follow that strict schedule. And the reason why I focus on this a lot, guys, because we could all make a lot of money. We all made a lot of money. We all made millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, is what else are you gonna do? Once you get to that goal, what's gonna help you push to that next level, right? If your goal is to make $500,000 this year, you accomplish it. What's next? And a lot of time, that's when we lose the fire. That's when we lose the momentum because you got to the goal. So that's the reason why I tell a lot of people get a goal that's gonna be your short term and your long term goal. So you have two goals, right? And whenever you do that, Now that you accomplish the short-term goal, you're going to accomplish the long-term goal. And it's going to be better when you accomplish that long-term goal, right? And it's going to be, again, by following that strict schedule. I'll show you guys on the next slide what does that look like. Um, And treat this like your own business. You're a 1099 employee. At the end of the day, you get paid what you're worth. And if you're worth 5, 10, 20, 30, $40 an hour, then, this is what you get paid. At the end of the day, that's the reason why I didn't choose to go to a traditional job. I chose to put the price on me. If I'm worth $1 million a year, well, then I'm worth $1 million a year, right? So treat this like your own business. Respect this. You're gonna see what hours you're gonna be open. You're gonna see what hours you're gonna be closed, right? This is your business. So how are you running it? What are your business hours? Are you showing up on time? Are you open when customers are available? You need to define your work hours and stick to them, no excuse. The more structured your schedule, the more control you have over your results, right? I'll give you an example, guys. Something that I always tell my customers, hey, I'm available from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it's non-negotiable as a business owner, guys. Remember, I am a business owner now, and that's like something non-negotiable for me. I don't care what I'm doing. It could be Sunday, Saturday. Again, my business, those are the hours that I operate, right? Again, Eric might have different business hours because obviously he has a kid, he has a family. I don't. So this is something important that you guys are going to have to write down and be clear of the expectations to your homeowners. So guess what, guys? Today at 6 a.m., I got the first text message from a client, right? That we just installed, I think a couple days ago, right? It says, hey, Kevin, when is the technicians are going to be? And it's 6 a.m. Why? Because they know, guys, my hours of operations. They know exactly what time I begin to work. They know exactly what time I go to sleep, right? And customers are going to appreciate that, guys. Don't ignore them, even if the situation gets a little bit difficult. If you guys follow me on social media, I post a lot of things about this, the day to day. Nothing is perfect in this industry, and I want you guys to understand. But again, your business is going to define who you are, right? Define clear working hours, align with the customer's availability, show up on time every time, no exceptions, right? Create a framework that gives you control over your results, right? Punctuality is going to be the number one thing, guys. This is something that we always implement here in the company. Is the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything, right? If you're late to everything, guess what? Your customers are always going to be late to everything, guys. You become a reflection of yourself at the end of the day. So again, and this is something that I see a lot of people in the industry mess up. This punctuality. And it's going to be important, guys, for you guys to be able to execute and elevate and close that 60 deals a month. Because when you got, 10 appointments a day, how are you going to manage, guys? How are you going to manage closing 10 appointments? Who wouldn't want that? It feels good closing, 5, 10 deals a day, right? And people tell me, how do you do it? It's managing your schedule. Start at 7 a.m. I wouldn't get home till midnight, right? Um, and it says here, execute with precision and purpose. Once your schedule is locked in, it's all about execution. Let me show you exactly how I was able to fill the entire month with appointments and close 62 deals with a 93% install rate. That means 58 of my deals got installed, right? And I'm being transparent with you guys, right? I mean, this is something that I keep here in the company. We keep a 75% realization rate. What does that mean, guys? That 75% of our deals go to install, if not even more. Why? Because we hold each other accountable. It's about accountability. I don't care if you sell 20, 30, 40, 50 deals a month, but if you have an under 30% realization rate, in reality, just go do something else, because that means that you're losing over 50% of your deals going to cancellations or somebody else is getting them, right? So you have to maintain that, guys. It's important. You cannot be the number one sales rep at a company, but your realization rate is under 30%. One, the business is losing money and you're losing money as well, right? So how do we track this? That's why there's KPIs. That's what is important, to track your numbers, to know how many doors, how many deals, how many appointments you're setting a day, right? So my month here, my goal here, my stretch goal was 75 deals for the month, right? I got close to it. That was my stretch goal. My short goal for this one, I believe, was 55 throughout this time. I don't remember. It was a while back, but I achieved it, right? And again, it's through discipline and execution. Install rate, 93%. So I made a lot of money, guys, this year. I think I cleared close to 600,000 that year. Um, I don't remember. It was a while back, but it was a lot of money. It was a life-changing money. My biggest year, I've cleared over $1.4 million in commission paid to myself. So again, this is just as a rep. Okay. Installation, as you guys see, 58 installations completed, right? Um, so my day started at 4:30 a.m. every single day, journaling affirmation. I just actually finished my journal before I got on this call. I don't think you guys could see it right now, but I'll show you guys at the end what the journal looks like. You could get on Amazon for 30 bucks. It's called the 6 Minute Diary. This is the second journal I finished this year, and we're only in the eighth month. And I started this the beginning of the year. Why? Because this is the important, guys. Tracking your journal, your journey throughout this industry, you're gonna see, and you could go back to it. Where did you mess up? How are you improving? Are you staying consistent, right? And this journal holds me accountable. This journal is what gets me to like, all right, I'm fucking up here. I'm doing better here. I'm committing to my journal. Am I reading? Am I not? Because this journal tells you literally step by step. Sometimes we don't even know what to write about. But the good thing about this journal is that it holds you accountable and it gives you subjects to write about, right? This kept me my mind locked in from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'll go to the gym, right? Because a strong body fuels a strong mind from 6:30 to 7:15. Get ready to prep for the day. 8 a.m. my first appointment at the first door. No time wasted, right? So you guys see how strict my schedule was. Because again, I had Daniel. He's a phenomenal guy. This guy was set 5 to 10 appointments, but I also had to self-gen. In order for me to keep this guy under my wing, the owner of the company at the time said, "Hey, in order for me to keep you with this guy, you have to get at least 2 to 3 self-gens a week." So guess what, guys? I had to go close my own deals for me to keep this, one of a kind guys, right? From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I was either in appointments or knocking doors. At 9:30 a.m., I was in my office for a mandatory company meeting. From 9:30 to 10:30, um, from 10:30 to 11, I had my first meal, just a protein shake or light snack, no carbs, no heavy food that would slow me down, right? By 8:30 a.m., I was back on the field, either closing or running appointments. And this is what a schedule looks like for me. And a lot of the top guys in the industry, this is what it looks like for them. Your daily goals and eliminating distractions. I knew that if I wanted to hit my numbers, I needed help. So I duplicated myself to finding strong appointment setters, someone who shared my vision, drive, and discipline. This is a game changer, right? My daily goals. My daily goal was one self-gen, 3 close appointments. Not every day was perfect, but my calendar was always full, averaging 6 to 8 appointments daily. And during any downtime, I self-gen, no wasted time, no wasted minutes, right? I eliminated all distractions. I packed my own lunch, my own drinks, everything I needed, so nothing could pull me back from the mission that I was wanting to accomplish, right? So the number one thing is that find that setter that you could relate, guys, because there's only so much we could do. There's only so much I could do. I'm only one person. That's the reason why in the beginning of this presentation, I told you guys you have to have a team that's going to help you get to the next level. I know everyone wants to make 20, 30, 40, $50,000. And I understand some of these deals are life changing because I've seen some of the deals that Eric shares with me. Guess what, Kevin? 50,000. Cool, man. One deal is 50,000. Okay, no big deal, right? To me, guys, 50,000 is not a lot of money to me anymore. Just personally, it's not because we've gone a lot of, us in this industry have gone and beyond all that. But this is something that's why you need a team. You need to find that strong person that's going to have the same vision, same mentality to be able to duplicate yourself for success. And that's why I partner up with Danny Horobas. We recruited him. We were friends before Solar, and I'm like, damn, this guy, his biggest why is his family. That's my biggest why. So right away we linked, right? His next thing was his work ethic, right? So those are the type of things that I looked at the quality of a person that I was bringing into my team and to the company, right? Um, Set clear daily goals. So I knew what my goal was every single day. That's what I say. Go back to your calendar, go back to your, journal, your affirmations, whatever you want to do, and make sure that you're aligned with this, right? Fill up your calendar, right? My calendar was always full. Every single day, no matter if it was a go back, no matter if it was an appointment, it was always full, right? And I eliminated all distractions. And like I mentioned before in the beginning of this meeting, was I eliminated everything. I had a schedule for my girlfriend at the time. I had a schedule for my mom at the time, for my family. I knew when to talk to them, when not to talk to them. And this is what helped me get to that next level and achieve the financial freedom that I was looking for, right? The key to scaling your solar business, you're setter and you must be fully aligned, same goals, same ambitions, same dreams, and all of the and above all, the same discipline. This business is simple. Do the work, stay disciplined, and never break your schedule. If you want to hit 60 plus deals a month, starts with you. How bad do you want it? Right? And again, guys, there's nobody else that's gonna push you, help you get better than yourself. At the end of the day, and I've always mentioned this to our team, to my team, is you have to stay truthful to yourself, right? It's non-negotiable. At the end of the day, you're not lying to anybody else, but you're lying to yourself, right? Stay alignment, share the goals, share the ambitions, share their dreams, right? And this is something that I do with my team. Everything that I learn, I go and pretty much try to duplicate with every single one of our reps within our business, even with Eric, right? Eric is really good with systems. And guess what, guys? Little by little, I'm catching on to a lot of the things that he's using where I'm becoming more tech savvy. I'm becoming more knowledgeable about the technology, right? Because he puts it out there. He gets me involved in everything that he's learning. And I'm also doing the same thing because my expertise are doors. I love the doors. To this day, 7 years later, I still go out there and knock as a business owner, right? The consistency, the execution, right? Do the work and maintain discipline. Whatever your goal is, have a vision board, have it on your phone. Whatever your goal is, if it's to pay for for your kids' school, whatever it is, just make sure that you have it and you're aligned with that, right? Something that I share, guys, is I was able to pay for my full sister's school. She goes to UC San Diego. It's a very expensive school. I paid for the whole entire 4 years up front because at the time I saved for her college where our parents, my parents, didn't have to get a loan because at the end of the day, I didn't want to stress more stuff on my parents, right? And this is the reason why we go back to discipline, right? Um, and never break your routine. At the end of the day, I'm sure that you guys heard everything that I just went through, but it's just how to apply it. This is only the blueprint, guys, on what's going to help a lot of us get to the next level, become successful. Um, and and again, guys, this is something that not just helped me, but it has helped multiple people just by following this. It's just a skeleton where you guys could implement, however you want to do this to get to that level. Because I do see you guys on some chats. I see you guys on the chats and you guys are doing phenomenal things. But how do we get it to the next level? How do we get that one deal, two deals, three deals, four deals in a day? And you guys are making 120, 130,000 a day, and it's doable. But you have to have a solid team and a solid foundation in order for you to get to that 150, $160,000 days. Because I'm sure with this pay structure that you guys have here, because I've seen it, it's crazy. And I know that you guys could get there a lot faster than I was able to get there, because I had the old pay structure 7 years ago, but I was still able to clear over 600K within my first year. If you guys have any questions, I'll open it up for a Q&A.
Anybody got any questions for Kevin?
I'm an open book, guys. If you guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to know, and there's also training that I'll post on you guys' chat. It's called the three C's. I don't know if Eric talked about it before, but it's a really good training. It's the confidence, curiosity, control, and a locked-in appointment. I'll put it on the chat. And guys, I mean, I'm sure that most of you guys know this already, that in order for you to sell anything, you have to be confident, you have to build curiosity, and you have to have control. Without those three things, I don't think you're going to get anywhere. At the end of the day, the confidence is what's going to sell because it's your personality. Somebody confident that shows up at the door, it's what's going to sell. At the end of the day, you could be the cutest, prettiest, whatever, but that's not going to sell anything. You have to have that confidence in order for you to sell something. You might have, well, that one customer that's going to buy because you're pretty, but you're going to take 100 doors, $150 for that client to happen. So I'll put that out. I'll share that with Eric for you guys to implement it. Try it, give it a try, give me some feedback. But again, just it's about executing at the end of the day. Because whatever I believe John talks about, whatever he tells you guys, whatever he shares, we could all share this information. But if we don't apply it, practice it, we're not going to get anywhere.
I'm gonna call on one or two people. Can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Joe Rodriguez, do you have any questions for him? Maybe help you out on the doors a little bit?
I do
Can you hear
not.
me, Joe?
I can hear you. I'm trying to figure
No
the
question.
Zoom out.
Okay. Cool. Dakota, what about you?
Yeah.
Leo? Is Leo still in here?
Hey, I'll go. Hey, Kevin, appreciate that training. That was awesome. Are you still active? Would you still get out and outdoors these days?
Yes, sir. I still do. I still go out there maybe 3 to 4 times a week because I do train some of the reps, some of the setters. Yeah.
Nice. What market are you in? And I'd love to hear like a quick door pitch that you're using that's working.
I do California and Texas currently.
Okay. Do you have
Yeah.
a go-to pitch for Texas that's been working
Yeah.
for you?
Hey man, my name is Kevin. So I knock on the door. I'm like, hey, how's it going? My name is Kevin. I'm actually the one in charge of the utility project here. Has anybody stopped by and spoke to you about what's going on here in the neighborhood? A lot of times they're gonna be like, no. Okay, yeah, perfect. Well, the reason why I'm here is because have you heard about the renewable energy program? Have you heard about what's going on here in the neighborhood? Do you see a lot of people putting on solar panels? And it's not that they won the lottery. There's different incentives and different programs that could actually help you guys out at no cost to you guys. And then from there, I just, start building. But that's usually my opening. And the other one that I use is the batteries. Hey, my name is Kevin. Have you guys heard about the virtual plant program? So if I see a neighborhood that is very, very like saturated with a lot of solar, I go with the virtual plant program. Hey, my name is Kevin. Did you guys get the notice here on the mail with the virtual plant program? It is extremely important. Reason is because I see there's a lot of solar in your neighborhood. So the grid is getting extremely stressed out because all these people here got solar with no batteries. So the good thing about it is that because you didn't want to go solar, I'm assuming, right? They go, yeah. I'm like, well, the good thing now we have a different option. Would you like to hear about it? It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. I could explain to you if it's the right fit, great. If it doesn't, well, no worries. And
No, that's
those are the two openings that I have, depending on the area that I'm in.
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. Just the roof one. Oh, and also too, if I see a lot of bad roofs, and here in Texas, we run into that a lot in California too, is I knock on the door if I see the roof, extremely bad. I'm like, hey, Eric, my name is Kevin. I've noticed that your roof is extremely bad. If you don't mind me asking, do you have insurance here? Guys, 90% of the clients that we have hit up, they have no insurance. And again, I don't know if it's the territories that I'm in or nobody wants to get insurance anymore, excuse me. And I'm like, well, there's a great program now that it doesn't cost you any money out of pocket. There's really no financing involved because I'm sure that the reason why you haven't done it is because you didn't want to finance, right? They go, yeah. Well, in order for you to qualify for the roof, we could get you solar. It's not going to cost you anything. And what I mean, it's not going to cost you anything. There's no money out of pocket. There's no financing involved, right? It's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes for me to explain to you how it works. The two things I need is a picture of your meter and a picture of your electricity bill. And then from there, I could build your report, let you know what the price would be all together. And if it makes sense, great. If not, no worries, but at least we could get your roof fixed. And that's why we're closing now in very heavily saturated areas like California. We're trying to pivot because California, everyone and their mother knows what solar is. So it's just becoming a little bit more educated on the surroundings as well. And also remember, we're there to solve problems. Something that I tell my team is that if we could solve many problems, people are going to buy no matter what. At the end of the day, they don't care about solar. They care about either getting the roof fixed, getting, I don't know, some type of HVAC system, some type of home upgrade. So, and the great thing about us is that we have all that within our company, right? We have, we have the home upgrade loan here in the company that we could sell them. So at the end of the day, it's just we put everything as a package, and people are more open to this. Because believe it or not, guys, in California, a lot of the companies left because there's no, I'm sorry, because of the fires. So a lot of companies don't even offer roof insurance anymore in California. So these are the things that we're trying to get creative with the team, and it's about creativity. It's a creativity game because you're going to go out there, but how am I different than the previous sales rep? So for me, it's just I find a problem. As soon as I find a problem, I give them the solution, and once I give them the solution, they're going to buy, and that's I see the pattern. And it's important for you guys to keep how many doors you guys are knocking for you guys to get an appointment. My intention, because I am the business owner here with Eric, is to knock the least amount of doors and get the most appointments. So how do I do that? Is every 5 to 10 doors I get an appointment. Whether it's, I'm pitching them a roof, HVAC, but at the end of the day, I sell solar. I don't sell HVACs or roofs. So in order for them to get that HVAC or the solar, I'm sorry, the roof, I'm gonna slap them with glass on the roof.
That's awesome. I actually sell roofs also, so that's definitely something I can use. So appreciate that.
Anything else, guys? Any other questions? This is the diary that I was telling you guys. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I do this every single day, and I recommend it to hold at least. If you guys are single and you guys don't have no one to hold you accountable, that's what holds me accountable every single day.
Any other questions for him, y'all? It's a good opportunity. Y'all got a good representative that gets out there on the door still, willing to humble himself as a servant to get out and show, train, teach. Y'all got a chance to ask this guy questions. I would ask him as much as y'all can. I mean, it's like having a special guy like Danny Pesci or Taylor McCarthy on here. Y'all get as much knowledge as y'all can to hit these doors. This guy's doing a lot of volume. He sets appointments. He doesn't BS, man. If y'all are trying to make some money, ask him some questions. If y'all aren't at least setting one appointment that's closing a week, if y'all are setting one, that's okay. But he could teach you how to sell more. So
Or if you guys
let's
have if you guys have any objections that you guys are running through, throw me one. How do you guys handle it? How are you guys handling those objections? Give me an example. I'll go with, I think it was, who was I speaking to right now? Sorry. Jeremy.
Yeah,
Yeah, give me an objection that you run through. You're like, man, fuck, how do I do this?
yeah. I mean, there's always, gosh, like I'm gonna, what if I'm moving soon? That's always a big one. They're worried about
You're
moving
moving?
if offices will. Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you handle that objection?
Well, we always do like on a standard loan or certain PPAs, it does transfer to the new homeowner. And a lot of people don't actually, if they don't really have a set date, they think they might just move. So yeah, we always just kind of sell them on, hey, this transfers to the new homeowner. You think the new homeowner is going to want a $300 electric bill or a $200 solar bill that never goes up? So
Right. So so I think everyone could hear. Let's say that I'm the homeowner, you knock my door. Just tell me exactly what you're saying. Hey Jeremy, you know what, man? I'm moving within the next 12 months.
yeah, see, in the next 12 months, honestly, I wouldn't even if you're for sure moving in the next 12 months, I wouldn't even try and close that person, to be honest.
Why is that, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, just because I know it is a hassle to transfer the loan. A lot of people end up just having to pay off the loan when they, like I don't even remember what the stats were, but most loans don't actually get transferred. They end up just paying it off with the equity in the home. So in that case, I don't feel like it's being a good deal to
Okay.
them.
Yeah,
So
and I
my honest
appreciate
opinion.
I appreciate your transparency, right? But guys, do you guys realize how we as reps make it a problem? So in our head is already a problem. So the reason why Jeremy doesn't sell it, and sorry to pick on you, Jeremy, but and you're right, so at some extent, right? A lot of times we the ones that we create the problems within our head. Oh, they're already moving in 12 months. But you don't know the financial situation they're in. So a lot of times maybe that 12 months And remember, Luminate, it's installing pretty quick. It's installing within like I think 15 days, 20 days average. I'm assuming right based on what Eric has shared with me. So remember, you could still save them for the next 8 months. I actually like those customers, right? And one of the reasons why or how I would handle that objection is just first you got to seek first to understand and to be understood. We can't just be responsive to that, right? And this is from the 7 habits of highly effective people. You have to make sure that you understand exactly because a lot of times 90% of the people this is a smoke screen. And you learn that from
Sure.
Pitch Anything, the crocodile brain, right? 90% of people, this is what we called a smoke screen, right? So how would I handle that is, hey, Jeremy, I completely understand. You mentioned that you're moving within the next 12 months, right? If you don't mind me asking, where are you moving to, Mr. Jeremy?
We're just gonna relocate over closer to my wife's job.
Closer to your wife. Okay. Yeah. And what are you currently paying right now?
Uh, in the summer, God, my bill's like 500.
Okay. So let me tell you something, Mr. Jeremy. How about you said you're moving within the next 12 months? How about if I could guarantee you that if you give me 90 days and I could show you based on data that I could save you about 30 to 40% from your utility bill. You're going to save between 30 40% a payment that's not going to change. You're going to have full backup battery. You're going to have a solar system that's going to produce enough power to for your home. It's not going to cost you anything out of pocket. All you're doing is a bill swap. Is this something that you'll be open to listening?
Yeah, wouldn't mind taking a look.
Okay, so the thing is that it's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to need two things. I'm going to need your meter and I'm going to need your electricity. Okay, and remember, guys, I'm not trying to hard close him there. I'm trying to soft close him because I don't want him to feel pressure. Right? Once I do that, I know that once I'm in the house, there's a 98% chance I will close this deal. Right? And you just gotta figure it out what the really issue is, guys. A lot of times, like I said, we call that a smokescreen. We call that BS in the solar industry. We're leaving money on the side, and maybe for you, you'd rather go for maybe a higher ticket item, and it's okay because we have reps like that. But you're still leaving money behind, especially with the pay structure that John has here. You guys are leaving a lot of money behind by, actually figuring it out, the root cause of is it really moving or is it really just a smokescreen? Because guys, I deal with a realtor. My one of my best friends, she's a realtor. And I ask her all these questions. Is it really hard to sell a house to transfer it? Not really, she says. Um, and now there's a lien on the property. Obviously, it's different. But with solar, we haven't found something that's difficult to transfer the loan, right? What other objection do you thinking of?
Another one is just, when you're trying to close them and they don't want to sign today. Oh, I need to do my homework. You know, I need to do my homework. I'm not signing anything today. I need to do my homework. That's always a tricky one.
So I again, so once let me think about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So something there, I'm like, okay, Jeremy, we just went through the entire presentation. And you said you still want to think about it, okay? Where did I miss you, if you don't mind me asking, Mr. Jeremy? Where did I miss you here? That you don't understand yet, that you still got to do more research. The reason I'm asking is because if you go on Google, you're gonna find 1 million, answers for this. It's like if you Google what's the cure of cancer, you're gonna get a lot of different topics. So the reason why I want to make sure that before I leave, this house right now, that you understand everything because I'm able to save you at least 20 to 30% already. You like the price. So what is it? Where did I miss you that you don't understand fully right now?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, 25-year loan. It's just kind of sketchy. And I've heard, bad things, about people with solar. So just
Yeah.
kind of a big deal to make a quick decision on.
Yeah, and I get it. I totally get it where you're coming from. Well, the good thing about this is that again, one, you're already saving, okay? And you said that there's a lot of bad experiences. Like anything else, Mr. Jeremy. If you go to the Apple store, if you go to Best Buy, if you go to all these major corporations, there's always going to be that one client that's going to have a bad experience. Unfortunately, I know that based on my experience, every single one of my customers is satisfied, and I could prove it. This is the reason why I have testimonial videos, for me to prove that every work that I have done, my customers are happy, right? So I think right now there's a trust issue. How about if I could guarantee you that, your price is going to stay locked in, because now it's not pricing, right? You're just saying that it's a little bit of a concern. So what other research you need to do about my company for me to earn your trust? Because now it seems like there's a trust issue.
No, it's not that I don't trust you, but I just wanted to, just kind of wanted to sleep on it, but it does, it does sound pretty good. But it almost sounds too good to be true. So that's kind of my big thing.
Right. And I completely understand. So how about this? How about we do this? So again, I could write you an email where at least let me get the first step done. Okay. We're going to go through that site survey. We're going to go through everything. You still got at least, I'll give you 15 days to think about it. And I'm going to write it from my email, from the company email, letting you know that we're not going to charge you any fees for cancellation. I don't want to put pressure on you, but I'm going to give you 15 days to think about it. Within those 15 days, if you don't want it, let me know. It's okay. But I just don't want to put any pressure. But just know that right now, a lot of the incentives are going away. So the more that you stay there and you think about, you're going to pass this train. Everything sounds good, but you're going to do your own research. I'll let you do your own research. But as of right now, let me see if you even qualify. At the end of the day, I still got to do a roof inspection. I still got to do electrical inspection. I got to make sure that all the panels fit. If they fit, great. If they don't, no worries. But at least you have 15 days to think about it. Is that fair?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Right?
But
A lot of times you just wanna
yeah,
take away the pressure off of them.
yeah,
And that's what I realize with people, especially with older people, right? And that's why now within our company, we do at least 90, and this is how we, because of the KPIs is important. We have to track that matrix. That 95% of our customers are going to tell us yes the first time. 75% of the customers are going to stick with us through the whole way, right? But you also have to have like some sympathy for these people. You can't just be like, all right, whatever's. And a lot of times it's just about trust, guys. It's just trust. They don't trust you. So if they don't trust you, they can't. They're not gonna buy. They're not gonna buy. And you cannot sound like a sales rep. That's why I'm able to share every testimonial. I have 90-year-old people here sharing testimonials on my Instagram, on everything. Because why? Because I want people to visualize, guys. Remember, we are humans. We want to visualize everything. We want to see the big picture.
yeah, that was good. Thanks, man.
Yeah, Kevin, I had a question myself, if you don't mind. Going back to that customer with the shutdown that they're moving soon.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for all this information, man. It's greatly appreciated. So you mentioned bill swap, correct? But these contracts that you're selling to the customer, they're not just 8 months that they're going to stay in their house. They're 20, 25-year-old contracts. So you promise to save them 30 to 40% on their bill almost instantly. But
Mhm.
how would that be a bill swap? They will still have that other 60, 70% to worry about. Don't you agree?
You're talking about the whole term of the loan?
Yeah. So once they move out of that house, it's going to be under their name. They're going to keep paying that system, correct? So
Yeah.
why would they want to worry about something that they're leaving behind? They're leaving the house, even if they can save that 30, 40% in those 8 months that they got. A lot of people, as soon as you drop the 25-year contract, that it changes a lot of things.
Yeah. So for example, it was our customer's named James. I think John was helping me. This guy is I think 78 years old, 80 years old. And this is one of, and it's a good point. So a lot of times I was comparing the PPA and the loan to him. So I compared both. Okay. This guy said it himself, I have cancer. I'm probably going to die within the next, few years. Right. And that's what he said, Mr. James. So I'll give you an example. When I compare Apple to Apple with a PPA and the loan, he went for the loan. The reason is because he found the value on the loan. One, he could pay it at any time, right? If they're gonna move within the 12 months, the loan is still transferable, guys. It just depends how you sell the loan. The loan is still a transferable loan. Also, if they sell the house, they have two options. They could either pay it off with the equity of the house, or they could sell it for more, depending on the market, and pay off that loan. But most of all loans are transferable. So when I get that objection, I go based on the data that I have. Remember, I have a lot of data. I get on the phone with the customer. I'm like, hey, Mr. Eric, I know that you were not even turned on by the time I sold you that house. I'm sorry, that system before. If you could share some information, how did that go? Oh, great. You see, I have actual people getting on the phone with me because of everything that I've done in the industry. And just, yeah, man, Kevin, it was super simple. All they did is just qualify for the new loan and it got automatically transferred, right? I have from all ages, from young, old, middle, whatever. Or I do a FaceTime. And sometimes I'll call random customers. I'm like, hey, Michelle, I'm gonna have a client here. It had the same concern as you did when you were gonna sell the house. Your system was not even turned on when we sold the house. Can you please share that information, how the whole experience was? People want to see again facts. They want to see actual facts. But almost every single loan is transferable. The only one that I have not been able to and I ran into has been the PACE program. I don't know if you guys have heard of that before, but that's the only loan that I have not been able to transfer, but I've never sold one. I'm talking about for one of my friends and family's clients that I have no idea on how to do, because that one does have a lien on the property and they go against the mortgage. But every other loan, I haven't had experience. And even with loans with 10% interest, we've been able to transfer it.
Tell them how you saw your family.
And also, too, I mean, you have to believe, I think Eric just mentioned it right now, in order for you to go through all these hiccups that you guys are going through, all my family has solar, guys, and all my family has loans. I believed on the product first in order for me to be able to sell it to somebody else. But every single one of my family members, cousins, aunts, uncles, they all have solar. And unfortunately, 7 years ago, PPA wasn't a big thing. So I wasn't able to sell PPAs at the time. It was strictly loans, 5% interest rates, 4% interest rates. But every single loan is transferable. It's just how you word it and how you put it. And you just be honest with the customers. You're not lying to them. They're saving right up the front. They're automatically saving. Just imagine if you break down the math, how long have they lived there compared to how much they're going to spend? At least for our system, we have something called Aurora. It already gives us the breakdown, how much they're going to save compared to if they stay with the utility company, or how much they have spent in the last 25 years compared to what they're going to spend now.
All right,
Cool.
guys.
Anybody else get a rejection on the door? Just real quick, we got to jump into a 1 o'clock meeting, and I'm sure Eric and Kevin they have something else they have to do. But yeah, who has a rejection? Leo, do you got a rejection you ran into when you tried to tell people about solar?
Yeah,
Dakota,
yes, sir.
Joe, Leo, you
Actually,
got anything?
just real quick. You mentioned selling batteries, right? When you go up to a customer that already has solar, but they have an incomplete system because the battery they do not have. How do you feel when they bring up, well, I don't want two loans? Because obviously you can't put everything together into one loan because they already have solar. So if the
Yeah.
customer feels really iffy about having another payment on top of the
Analyze the
solar,
deal and what you do for Dunfielder.
Yeah. So for this one, you're talking about having two separate loans, right?
yes, sir. Because what I do sometimes, I knock fresh solar, but I also like to knock the people that already have the solar to see how they're doing with their solar. And most of these people, man, especially here in Texas, you'll realize that a lot of these people do not have a battery.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a new guy, new company, you come by, you tell them, hey, you know what? I think I can fix your situation. I think all you're missing is this battery, man. These people come by and sell you an incomplete system. They don't tell you that the battery is very important for this. But you know what? It's going to be another loan, and most people don't want that. So how do you deal with that? I don't want another loan type of guy.
Yeah. So, and that's a good actually that's a good point of view. So we have a rep out of Houston. His name is Alex. This is our internal rep. He sold within, I think, the last 2 weeks, 5 add-on systems with batteries, right? First, you have to find out the value that you're giving the customer. And I believe this rep is selling a lot in value. And by adding the bare minimum of panels and adding those batteries, right? And just being transparent with the customer. Hey, this batteries is going to work with this system. This is what you're going to get. And if you want a full backup or non-backup, whatever it is, you just got to break it down to them. And it's just about educating the customer. At the end of the day, you have to make sure that you educate the customer, right? It's just, and if you have any questions outside of this, you could shoot me a text or give me a call, ask Eric, and I could break it down to you on how to educate the customer on what type of batteries you want to sell them, how many panels you want to sell them, and if there's not enough panels, what other values you could offer the customer to make sure that they're satisfied and they go with you and not be so afraid of the two loans. Because at the end of the day, it's not that they're afraid, it's just that they don't have enough information for them to tell you yes. Because once you give them the right information, they're going to tell you yes no matter what.
Yeah, especially, just keep there. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
especially when you guys are giving them a fixed payment that is already beating the inflation rate that we have. It's a no-brainer, right? And we have the best product in the market right now with Thrive and Almica. Combining them with like two EG4, like it's a no-brainer. And you have to explain it to them that way, like, hey, like right now you're paying $200, right, to the utility company because you probably didn't get enough panels or your usage changed. Here's what I'm about to do for you. I'm going to increase the amount of production by adding more panels, and I'm also going to give you a full backup system so that you are protected in case of a storm. What did you do in the past previous storm that we had, the hurricane? Did you lose power? And he said, we did. Okay, well, look, with this, at least you're going to have a little bit of a peace of mind. The most difficult thing you got to do a pullback is for you to qualify. So let's just see if you qualify. And once you do, I can share with you the numbers. But I already know that it's going to be way less than what you're paying already. Okay. And then just go for it, right? So we have this guy that he's been going to a lot of those add-ons, like doing a lot of add-ons, and he's doing about a 8 to 10 kilowatt add-on plus two EG4 batteries, and he's keeping the monthly payment like right around 189. Hey, some people sometimes are only paying let's just say you find someone that's actually paying 160 a month to 180 on top of their existing solar loan to the utility company. If you go there with the mentality that we're selling value and not so much about savings, you can still go and sell that person a $200 monthly payment. But you have to believe that, it's not just about providing savings, it's about providing a long-term value. The savings will be there, right? But, I think that, for example, I sold in markets like Utah. You can't sell savings in Utah when I was doing that. Like you're doing like 11, 12 cents. It's what it used to be Texas back in the days, like 5 years ago, right? Like you were not able to sell savings. The only thing you were able to sell was benefits long term, right? And so we have to learn how to also pivot sometimes to learn with more value. Now, the good thing about Thrive is that we can actually sell with amazing savings, and you can give homeowners better payments than what they're paying now. And one thing that I did at the beginning of my career in solar is I would call my manager whenever I needed help. So if the homeowner is a little hesitant, maybe they want to hear from another person, right? You can call any one of us, right? It's like, hey, I'm here with the homeowner. They still have some doubts about adding more panels. Can you please tell them exactly how it's going to work? Even if you already explained that to them, right? But if they hear from another person, all we're going to do is bring even reinforcement, So I hope that helps. All right, guys, we have 2 more minutes. I hope you guys took some notes, got some value, and we're looking forward to continue doing these trainings. Thank you, John, for letting us do this for the team. And I'm looking forward to have a strong month of August and start seeing everybody making $150,000, and even more than that a month. Because I know that's your vision, John. That's why I'm so gravitated towards Luminate. Because we have a great leader like John here that is super selfless. He's always above making sure that everybody get what they need. And he's always going like the extra mile, man. So I'm grateful to be here with you working together with Luminate.
Hey, I appreciate y'all coming and at least training the guys. Appreciate y'all, Kevin. Appreciate you, Eric. Appreciate the value y'all bring to the company too. We really do. Y'all, like you said, if y'all have any questions for them, also somebody else who sells a lot of batteries around Houston area is Jesse Flores. So if you can't get a hold of Eric, y'all can probably reach out to Jesse. He's in that group chat too. He's pretty good at selling batteries only. I used to go crazy when he would sell nothing but batteries, but getting used to it, and we're all making some good money together. So, but yeah, he's really good at batteries. I'm sure Roberto has a little bit of experience on battery only jobs. We've popped in a few. So we're all here, y'all. We're all in this group chat because we're a team. So if y'all need anything else, y'all let us know. And if y'all have some direct questions, hey, can y'all upload that video? Did y'all record this?
Yes, sir. We'll send the video.
Yeah, drop it in the group chat.
Thank you,
y'all.
guys.
Y'all
Have a good one.
Y'all gotta go. Thank y'all again.